All right, folks, we are back here this Monday afternoon, April 28th, still, of course. Great to have all of us, though, back here inside our live trading room. Abdul, Kathleen, Debbie, got Margaret here, Grant, Uday, Roberto. Got all of us just back here inside our live trading room, the trading floor. Great to have all of us, though, back on social media. Just going forward, typically, we are always live inside our live trading room. Just going to do the afternoon meetings here, 2:30 p.m., brief meeting, taking you into the close pretty much weekday now. So great to have all of us, though, back collectively. Now, we got the phase 2 stock course coming up, our more intermediate based class. That'll be at 3 o'clock Eastern time today. So if you are a silver, gold, platinum, or diamond C2 level student, you got access to that class. If you're a trial member, that's something that we take a lot more time to discuss with you at the end of your membership. It's one of our formal classes that we provide here at CTU. In fact, actually, to give you a small little peek of the curriculum, I still have my PowerPoints up. So this is currently our full 2025, course schedule. And here we are going into the phase 2 class. It might look like a lot, but it's actually pretty simple. Seeing lesson number 2 here, setting stops and taking profits. That will be our class that we'll discuss here later on today. But with that in mind, though, we've had a pretty wacky market, and wacky could be good, of course, if we're day trading. So in a more day trading friendly market here, a stock like Plug made a great pop earlier on. We normally don't focus on the trades below $1, to be honest with you here, but it was shooting up like a rocket here to begin. One of our students called it out, and you know what? We said we'll stick with this trade at least into the opening hour. Pushed up pretty damn nicely, I'd say so. Topped off at resistance at 120. Had a big sell order. Actually, right now on my matrix, you even see it flashing out there. You got 521,000 shares plus sitting right here at the high of the day, right off 120. So we'll see if it could try and make a move back up there again. If not today, maybe later on this week. We're going to try and focus on stocks a little bit faster moving than this, honestly, at this point. Stocks that are a little bit closer to the highs or to the lows either way. And honestly, we'll try and focus on some more name brand companies, stocks of a little bit over $1. All right, so let's see what we got here. Pretty much from top to bottom, this pony trade has been best in show pretty much over the last several days. Stock from, what was it, Wednesday last week first took off, one of the autonomous driving companies. But hey, this stock's been very nice to us, more for the sake of saying it's opened up a bit now, but at least from the morning hours here, the spread was still pretty tight. Order book still showed some pretty decent orders out there. We came off of this in our workshop earlier just before Traders Talk. So let's go back to Pony. Yeah, look what happens here. So we ended up seeing it. It showed up at first. They're now passing this thing around like a hockey puck. But this order that was at $9, it did ladder up. I see it. But then it laddered back down. They're playing a little hockey with this thing. And then even a new order showed up over time right at that same price. So in total, you have about 120,000 shares on the bid here, around $8.70 and $9. And then after that, you got your next resistance at 12. So it's pretty much just to say the stock's kind of directly in between those two big levels. I'd say it's in limbo. I always like to give this reference, not as if this is my favorite movie of all time, but if you've ever followed the movie Inception with Leo DiCaprio, limbo, you don't want to be stuck in limbo here. So until there's something really good popping up here on the bid, or if this can try and break higher, I guess, I feel like it's just going to be more exhausted. If you really want me to put it on the watch list because it's up 50%, it's tradable still, it meets all the criteria we watch for, I'll do that. But I want to go down the rest of the list here, find stocks that are making a better move. Honestly, man, is Plug going to wake up? Is that Plug trade going to wake back up right now for us this afternoon? I wouldn't expect it, but that would be pretty cool if it did. RGLS, good order book, decent move up from earlier. Big spike of volume just came in a moment ago here. Just a moment ago. Time and sales. We'll go back on the tape. The actual time and sales window here. I was going over this with a student just earlier in our coaching program. All right here, 46,000 shares. It shows green spike, but I'm just focused on the price. $3.50. That should have been a big level to begin with. But now there's about like 50,000 shares collectively that just got filled. So, you know what? I'll slip it on our list for right now. I want something even a little bit more lively, a little bit more active, something near the highs, trending up pretty sharply. Not that. Got to get better than that. Wolf, WOLF. This thing's been on a nice tear from last week. It has a little spring to it. It looks like here. Want to see it try and pop a new HOD sooner than later. I'll add this for right now. Again, another stock. It makes the cut. It's good. We'll see if there's a better move later on today. Nothing outside the wheelhouse from before, though. Nothing like that's like brand new to our, scanning, brand new to our chat board here otherwise that we haven't really mentioned yet. TMC making a lower high just there. Really quick. Just do that. All right, let's keep going. What else we got? What else we got? Tiger, TIGR. This has some good movement to it right now. I like this actually the most. I'm going to put this on the top of our watch list, at least here. Now, check out the other Chinese based equities that we tend to call out. We'll just say, Asian market equities, whether it's Singaporean based, Korean based, but a lot of them mainly are Chinese focused though. So XPEV, NEO, not nearly doing as good. Li actually is another Chinese EV company. This one actually is at least. It's up 3.8%, right? Just broke a new high the day a moment ago. But comparing this to Tiger, I feel like this is holding up a bit better. I feel like it's not as hectic on the chart. We'll take a look at some other Chinese names that I'm familiar with, at least. PDD, Pinduoduo, JD, Billy. None of them are really standing out as much. So we got one at least, that Tiger trade. We got Tiger, we got Pony, we got Wolf on our watch list. I don't make this stuff up, folks, but I'm telling you, there's probably a group of traders out there that are trying to pump stocks up based on animal name. I'm not joking around. I'm semi-joking around when I say that. But clearly, we have 4 stocks on our watch list. It is Tiger, Pony, Wolf, and whatever you want to call RGLS. But it's kind of funky there, a little bit odd. What else we got? Any other name? Dogs. Again, dogs on the watch list right now. Cats. All right, I'm done. All right, what else we got here, at least as far as names go, as far as stocks near the highs go? There's some energy companies did all right today. Obviously, Plug was one of them. Array had a pretty good morning, at least. Maybe a good swing trade setting itself up for. Rivian looking pretty good. Rivion's looking pretty good. And going back towards the main, larger cap equities, obviously Tesla's starting to bounce, but Palantir is looking a lot better. I'm going to add Palantir to our main watch list. Myself and Ray just nailed this as resistance here just before. Closing price from the end of last week, right around 113, a little under. But yeah, Palantir will go on our list. That Rivian trade looking pretty nice still near the highs. I like that. Snapchat, not really a fan of too much. I mean, if it pops better tomorrow, I'll call it out for sure. But all right, we're below 5% now at this point, actually. So let me look at Foot Locker, last kind of familiar name I'm going to look at. But hop over to the loser side here, seeing if there's anything looking just as good, if not better. A lot of these trades are just washed up at this point. Just got to go through them to go through them. Cross the T's, dot the I's. Timeout. Timeout. I was like, wait a second. This was on the gainers list to begin the day, wasn't it? This thing got destroyed. Went from basically $2 right when the market opened up. This wasn't even pre-market as much. Right when the market opened up, ding, 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 took off, got halted going up. But much like we would think, all right, maybe there's a chance for this to bounce. Reversal time at 10:30. Well, reversal time a lot sooner here this morning. So came back down pretty quickly. Lower high, lower low, and now it's on the losers list. Actually, number 5. It's down the 5th most on my scan here today. So where we tell you don't turn a day trade into a swing trade, yeah, that applies here. Certainly, it applies. Certainly when it comes screaming back down, but there is a chance for support to brew here and build. Just obviously it didn't break higher. AREB, a lot of these stocks from before, right? I mean, I think there was another one that went from gainers to, oh no, it's almost there. Almost from gainers to losers list. This one, GLMD, it's still up 12% technically, but it was up the most this morning in pre-market. This INEO technically is up 46%. What is this finally going to wake up this afternoon and make the actual pop that we wanted at 8 a.m.? I don't want to be stuck watching the stock go nowhere, so I'll pass on it for right now. All right, now across the board, if there is anything looking good that's moving with the market, we're catching a decent little bounce here, so I'm happy to see that. That's where Palantir's taking off like a rocket. Tesla's doing all right. We're still focused on that day to day, obviously, inside our live trading room. That's not going anywhere for us as far as like ignoring it. We're not moving on from Tesla if it's not on our main special list here this afternoon. All good, folks. Fausto is on top of that himself, and likely continue to go over that here this tomorrow morning. Latest supposed CLBR is going anywhere. Popped up just before at 1:30. Didn't realize that until now. Where was this on the gainer side? CLBR? Oh, number 16. I don't know. Maybe I just skipped over that there. Interesting. Now it makes me more, interested in checking just some others that I didn't really give the time of day to look at. Catch most of them, right? So I appreciate that shot from Leda. CLBR, that came from nowhere here before. Building a higher low. Yeah, I don't mind putting it on our list for the time being. Want to see it make a higher high, at the least retest 13 and flip that eventually into support, break higher. But for right now, makes the cut, more of an afternoon push. All right, so, folks on social media, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, the work. We're going to pop this back up on the lower left, but at cybertradingu is our YouTube. We're all across social media, even TikTok. You're not going to see me do dances, but we're on TikTok as well. But if you're interested in continuing with our education, we post a lot of our free content on YouTube. So be a friend, tell a friend, hit the subscribe or follow button right on the bottom below with YouTube. But if there's anything else you'd want me to check out or look at here before we wrap up, let me know. Now's the time. Getting stocks looking like this here popping up on my scans. I think that's pretty much my signal to wrap it up. What's going on here? Where's my... Oh, volume is really light on that. One second. I got to jack up my volume criteria right now on my scanners. All right, that makes it a lot easier. OMEX, this is still flat. Maybe this moves up over time this week. This is a stock that's moving off of the deep sea mining executive order that President Trump gave out last week. So there's a chance for more on this as far as a swing. Just obviously keep track of it day by day. It's just not really moving right now the last hour. So what am I doing right now? Fat thumbs here. RGLS, that's already on our watch list. We got that there already, looking good. I see the latest CLBR. Everything else kind of flat. Nothing else looking great here, folks. So I'll tell you what, I like what we got. Joyce, yeah, Palantir is already on our list. I gave some attention towards that just a moment ago. Looking pretty good. We like that Palantir trade and have liked it for a long time now off that NATO news and most recently with Google where they announced that partnership. Now, with that in mind, folks, we're going to post the watch list 3, 2, 1 right there. Right on cue. We'll post on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter X in just a moment. But if you wanted to join us inside our live trading room, go right down to the link on the banner below, scrolling on the bottom in blue. That being ctu.co/trial. Join us inside our live trading room. Our next audio broadcast will be later on today at 3 o'clock, taking you into the market close, full hour audio commentary on some of these stocks on our watch list. And then, hey, for our gold, platinum, and diamond CTU level students, you folks know best. You got the class coming up today with me. No rest for the wicked. I got my water right here. The tongue isn't tied just yet. We'll be good to go coming up at 3 o'clock. And, with that, best of luck trading to everyone here heading into the end of the day. Tongue is starting to get tied, isn't it? All right, that's it, folks. Take care. Enjoy.